The lead up to the newest Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, has been a little bit rough. There's been some bad PR out there, and just in general for Disney, there's been some bad PR for the past 2 months. But the stories that came out yesterday, Friday afternoon, hoping to get them buried in the weekend news cycle, also spell bad news in the future for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Director Jon Watts exits Marvel's Fantastic Four. And if you don't know who Jon Watts is, he's behind the most successful thing the MCU's done in the past 2 years, which is Spider-Man: No Way Home. Jon Watts was the person who was on tap to direct the Fantastic Four movie, and then suddenly, mysteriously, and supposedly because both sides were okay with it, he just drops out. Watts helmed the massively successful Spider-Man trilogy for Sony Pictures and Marvel Studios. Jon Watts will no longer be directing the upcoming Fantastic Four film. Watts, who helmed the massively successful Spider-Man: Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home, has withdrawn from the Marvel Cinematic Universe project. Making 3 Spider-Man films was an incredible and life-changing experience for me. I'm grateful to have been part of the MCU. I'm hopeful we'll work together again, and I can't wait to see the amazing vision for Fantastic Four being brought to life. And Kevin Feige puts out a statement too to put a little bit of spin on this. Kevin Feige, Marvel Studios president and co-president Louis D'Esposito, said in a statement, "Collaborating with Jon on Spider-Man has been a true pleasure. We were looking forward to continuing our work with him to bring Fantastic Four into the MCU, but understand and are supportive of his reasons for stepping away. We're optimistic that we will have this opportunity to work together at some point down the road." Now they're saying he's just tired of doing superhero movies. He needs a break, which would beg the question, why would he then agree to do this in the first place just a year or two ago if he was that tired of superhero films? I think there's a pretty good chance that Jon Watts was going to be forced to do some things in this that he probably didn't want to do, or maybe he didn't think was the right creative vision. Fantastic Four, let's not get it twisted. There is no possible way that the Fantastic Four is going to be the Fantastic Four from the comic books. There's no possible way that they're going to make a superhero team with 4 straight white people. Just not gonna happen. And I think everyone's been preparing for that and understands that. Maybe Jon Watts wasn't comfortable with all of the decisions that Kevin Feige was making for him, and he decided to step away. But in addition to that, it looks like the monstrosity that is the Marvels is once again having problems. The Marvels release date delayed, Ant-Man 3 moves up. Disney and Marvel Studios have swapped the release dates for MCU flicks said to be due to Ant-Man being ahead of Captain Marvel 2. And just the simple idea of them being able to, no problem, let's just switch these release dates, Ant-Man 3 and Captain Marvel 2, which is now The Marvels. It makes you think a little bit about what people have always said about Kevin Feige. Oh, the MCU plan, oh, it's so important, they're laying all these things out in order, but they have no problem simply just swapping these movie releases around. No issues with that. Okay. According to Deadline, the release for the swap has nothing to do with problems surrounding either film. It's just that Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is further along in the production process. The Marvels has been plagued with issues. It was originally supposed to be Captain Marvel 2, if you remember, and it was supposed to release much earlier. However, no one likes Brie Larson. No one likes the character of Captain Marvel. So now they've decided to make it The Marvels. You're going to get Miss Marvel. You're going to get Photon. You're going to get all these other characters that people have absolutely zero interest in. And they're going to combine them to one The Marvels movie. It seems like it's going to be a disaster. No one really wants it. It sounds like they've had a ton of rewrites and maybe potentially they need to do severe reshoots. Maybe that's why this gets delayed from February of 2023 all the way back to July of 2023. When right now, supposedly, they were all done filming, just in post-production. More problems on the horizon for the MCU after what has not been a great lead up for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Let's just be honest with you. Between it being banned in a lot of countries, between people pushing back for a lot of the agenda, the identity politics, but we'll see what the future holds for the woke MCU. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.